Hi everyone, so welcome to today's video. Today's video is going to be the colouring scare tag, and it was created by Emma Colours 2020 and Colourfully Optimistic. So we're just going to jump straight into it. I was tagged by two people. I was tagged by MinnieRach and Becks and Books. I will leave everybody that I've just previously mentioned down below, including Emma, Kori, Rebecca and Rachel, and then whoever I tag at the end. But we're just going to jump straight into it. I'm going to be colouring this picture from the April Amber Chibi Girls Halloween. This is actually a buddy colour with Jamie's Colouring Love, and I've just watched MinnieRach's video and she was colouring in this book, so I thought that I'd copy and colour in it too, because I have to do this page anyway and I wanted to do this page. And I'm thinking orange, green and purple, the classic Halloween colours. So we're just going to get straight into the questions and I'll answer them as best as I can. So number one is, what weapon would you choose if you were living in The Walking Dead? So I haven't actually seen a lot of The Walking Dead. I think I watched from season 1 to season 4. My mum absolutely loves it because she's like obsessed with zombies, but zombies like kind of aren't my thing. They're alright, but like they're not my favourite films to watch. There is some zombie films that are pretty good, but it's not really me thing overall. I just don't think that I don't think I would get very far basically in a world where it was full of zombies, because I'm very slow and I think I would just get eaten straight away anyway. But if I was like in a fighting, if I had a fighting chance, and now a lot of people are saying like you can get weapons from other shows and stuff like that, but if I was to just pick like from The Walking Dead, I think that Daryl has a good weapon because his crossbow is like quiet, and like if I was good with a crossbow, obviously I would have to learn. I feel like guns you could run out of bullets, but I think is there a lady that has the samurai sword called Michonne? Like I think a samurai sword would be pretty cool as well, like if I had actually learned how to use it, because I think I would want a weapon that's quiet but that could also do some damage without like, again, like you don't want to run out of bullets or you don't want to run out of arrows. So I think that I would probably pick samurai sword, and it's long so you won't have to get too close to them, do you know what I mean? And she's pretty good with that sword, I think, from if memory serves us correct anyway. So number two, if you were paid to stay the night in a haunted house, would you, and how much would they have to give you? They can keep their money to themselves, because I ain't going nowhere near a haunted house, especially not by myself. If I was with like other people, still no. And to get me even in a haunted house to stay overnight, you would have to pay us about a million pound. Excuse me, I want $1 million. I am the most scared person. I'm scared of everything, and if I heard one little noise I would be out of that door so fast. So yeah, just no, they can keep their money. I'll stay safe in my own house, thank you very much. 3, what superstition / urban legend do you believe? I don't really believe in like urban legends such as like Bigfoot and the Loch Ness Monster and all that. I think they're my urban legends. I do believe in ghosts, which is like a superstition, I believe, but I do believe in the Ouija board. I feel like I was just watching Rebecca's video, and I was going to mention this as well. Like the Ouija board would not be messing with no Ouija boards, because you never know. I do believe in ghosts, and I think that you should just stay away from them. I'm not sure if I believe in like demons and stuff, but I just don't want to contact any dead person, good or bad. Just no thanks. They can stay in their world and I'll stay in mine. Just like, I feel like I believe in bad spirits, but I'm not sure if I believe in like demonic entities. But like, I don't know. 4, which horror movie did you never get over? So, I've watched quite a few horror movies, and Halloween, even though it's not the scariest horror movie out there, Halloween is mighty scary to me. Like, Michael Myers scares the living daylight out of me. Like, he scares us so much. I just don't know what it is about him. And my dumb ass just watches every single film that he's in, and I just scare myself even more. There's also a film called Lights Out that is scary, but I wouldn't say that I'm very scared of that, and like I got over that quite, like I'm over that now, but still in the dark, like I still think about like that character, and I'm just like, oh, Diana's here. If you've seen the film Lights Out, you'll know what I mean. Like, every time I say the dark, I'm just like, oh no, Diana's here, turn on the light, turn on the light. Them are like the two films that have scared us that I keep thinking about. And of course, like The Ring, that is really scary. I don't think, like, every time I see static on the telly, I've got like flashbacks, and I think The Ring is going to come out with me telly. So number 5, what is your favourite scary or Halloween colouring book? Probably my favourite Halloween colouring book. I just bought Enchanted Halloween by what's her name, Hannah Lynn. So I really like that one. I think it's super cute. I don't have like a lot of Halloween books, but I do have like things that you could consider Halloween themed. How does that make sense, Chelsea? Like, I have this one, like Halloween, Creepy Girls Halloween, and then I have Enchanted Halloween by Hannah Lynn. And I like the Hannah Lynn one. I think it's very cute. But like, say the Carla Magana ones, they can be used as like spooky-ish books, but they're not exactly Halloween themed. And Hannah Carzon's new book about the witch's cottage, that is technically a witch, is like quite Halloweeny. So that could be seen as Halloween, a Halloween themed book as well, but I'm just going to say Enchanted Halloween by Hannah Lynn because I really like that one so far. Let's just have a look on my shelf and make sure that I don't have any other ones. I like Jade Summer Kawaii horror as well. 6, what is the scariest book you've ever read? I haven't really read any horror books or anything like that, so I couldn't tell you because I haven't read any. 7, if you could be a scary monster, what one would you be? A vampire. A vampire is always being like, I'm scared of everything, but if a vampire come over to me and was like, can I bite you? I'll be like, yes, you can. I'll be like, I will give you permission. You are the only person that will be able that I will give permission to bite me. Because like, I've always wanted to be a vampire. Always. Not like them sparkly ones though, of like Twilight. I don't want to be a sparkly vampire. Although glitter's nice, I don't want to be a sparkly vampire. I'd like to be like a sexy suave vampire, like of the originals, or like True Blood or the Vampire Diaries. Definitely not one of them ugly vampires off 30 Days of Night. Them are creepy. It's like, it's so mad that there's like the same creature that are vampires, but like they have different, in like loads of different films, they have different abilities. And say like in some films, if you kill the head vampire, like in Lost Boys, if you kill the head vampire, the rest of them, is it Lost Boys that I'm thinking of? The rest of them either die or they turn back human. Like in another film that I've seen, but I can't remember what it is, in 30 Days of Night, if you kill the head vampire, the rest of them die. I don't know, it doesn't actually tell you, because he kills the head vampire, but then he becomes the head vampire, but then he dies. So I'm not really sure. I could be talking crap here, but anyway, in some movies, if you kill the head vampire, the rest of them either die or like return back to humans. And then in some of them, like the way they turn is differently. In Vampire Diaries, obviously you have to die with the vampire blood in your system, and then you have to transition into the vampire. Where in True Blood, you have to like do the blood transfusion and like bury yourself with the person in order for them to become the vampire. And like, everything is a bit strange. In some films you just have to be bitten, you know. It's strange is all I'm saying. Went off on a bit of a tangent there, but I would like to be a vampire. 8, where is the scariest place you've ever been? I don't go to like haunted houses and stuff. Not for me, not for me. You can keep them to yourself. And I don't really go to like haunted places or stuff that basically is haunted attractions, is which like most people would say the scariest places. But the scariest place I've ever been where I felt the most fear in my life is, I used to work in a care home. Like the laundry room would be like right on the bottom. I used to do night shift, so the laundry room would be right on the bottom floor, but the floor was empty, because it was like getting renovated. And do you know what? It was just such a creepy room. Like it was horrible. I hated it. Like there would be nobody else on the floor. The window would be there. And first of all, I've got a fear of the dark, and I've got a fear of things popping up from a dark window. So it was just not a good time, you know, and I hated going down there by myself. But like, you have to go and do the washing, and it was horrible. It was horrible. I used to run into the laundry, do what I could. And you know, the fear in my bones, it was like I was being... You would think that I was surrounded by, or like that I was being chased by like an axe murderer. Like you would think that. And I was just, oh my god, even thinking back, it's so scary. Like I don't know how I did it. It was so creepy. So that's the scariest place that I've ever been. So number 9, are you scared of the dark? And if so, what scares you the most about the dark? So I've just mentioned I am petrified of the dark. I hate it so much. It's horrible. And I think that the thing that I'm most scared of is not knowing what's in the dark and not being able to see. I hate not being able to see. Even if I close my eyes, I don't like not being able to see what's around us. And also, like, equally, I don't like... I know that this isn't nothing to do with the dark, but I don't like not being able to hear anything. I like to be in control of my senses, you know what I mean? So yeah, I definitely... It's the fear of the unknown in the dark as well, and like not being able to see. I actually was just talking about this with my therapist on Monday, or my counsellor. Me fear of the dark, because I can't, like, at night time, it makes no sense, right? Because I like the night time. I like the quiet that the night time gives, you know. The world is quiet and my house is semi-quiet later on in the night, and like I just like the peacefulness of the night, but I hate the dark. But I feel like if I was a vampire, I know that the vampires would be like mostly in the dark, but the thing is, I feel like if I was a vampire, I would be like badass, so I wouldn't really care, and I would be like brave and like don't mess with us, cause like, you know, I'm a vampire and I'll drink your blood and I'll kill you basically. But like as a petty little human, I'm scared. So yeah, I'm very scared of the dark, and I think it's just the unknown and watching horror films, and you know, the dark just scares us. Like literally the fear that the dark gives us is just unreal. And that's one of the things that me and my therapist are working on, because I can't even go down in my own house and make a cup of tea in the dark. Like the fear that it instills within us, or installs, like whatever is it, the fear that I feel within myself, the like danger that I feel like I'm in just by going downstairs in the dark and making a cup of tea in my own house. It's unreal and I hate it. 10. Do you go to the toilet with the lights on or off after a scary movie? And if you have a closet, would you need to have the door fully closed to sleep? If you can hear background noise, my brother's always noisy, so that he's distracted us. Do you go to the toilet with the lights on or off after a scary movie? And if you have a closet, would you need to have the door fully closed to sleep? Yes, I always go to the toilet with the light on, because you never know if there's spiders around, you know. It's not just like a darkness situation here. You need to see if there's a spider, or you need to see if like there's something on the wall, because I ain't sitting, like, I'm not that bothered about, like, I don't actually have a fear of things being in the toilet, but like it's around the toilet. Like I don't want to see any spiders on the wall or anything like that, but like also I just need to see like what I'm doing. But sometimes if there's a light around, I don't always need to switch the light on, like the actual toilet light on. If you have a closet, would you need to have the door fully closed to sleep? Yes, because that would just be irritating. One, it would be scary if you had like like a closet door open because of all the horror films that I've seen and things that come out of the closet, like a mama and stuff like that. Things that live in your closet, like just stay there. You just stay inside the closet, okay? And I'll shut the door and that's where you live from now on. But no doors will be open. I just have a wardrobe, but like that's not like really a closet, is it? And second of all, it would just severely irritate us to leave a door open. I hate it when people leave doors open. Like, do you know when people, even in films where they just walk through and they leave the door open, I'm like, what are you doing? Close the door. I just feel like there's a sense of like uncompleteness. That's not a word, but I need that sense of completion for them to close the door, so I know that I have closure, that that door is closed. I have a weird thing about doors. The doors need to be closed and locked if they have a lock. Number 11. Do you prefer to watch scary movies with others or alone? So I've done both. In the past, I can watch a scary movie if I've already seen it by myself, but these days I prefer to watch them with my mum. Me and my mum watch a lot of horror together, but if there is a horror film that I want to see, I'll watch it, but I'll have the light on. I won't watch a scary movie in the dark by myself, but I have in the past, so I'm not as brave as I was back then. These days I'm scared of everything, and it's pretty irritating. But mostly I watch them with me mum. 12. Do you want to be a vampire, zombie or werewolf, and why? So as I've said, vampire. Because vampires are just, first of all, right, you would have all the time in the world to colour every page that you wanted to because you would live forever. And you would just be super cool because, like, you can compel people or, like, hypnotise people, whatever. It's said differently in different things. It's compelling. In the Vampire Diaries, it's compelling. In True Blood, it's glamorizing. In other stuff, it's glamorizing, and then there's other stuff and hypnotizing and other stuff. It's just like, just make up your mind. Just, can you all just meet together, say what it is, and just make sure that that is like a common theme throughout everything, because these are kind of confusing. Is because some vampires are sparkly and they can go in the sun but they sparkle. Some can just burn to death. Some have got daylight rings. So I feel like if you wanted a daylight ring, you need a witch as well. So you could be a heretic if you watch Vampire Diaries. It would be cool to be a heretic, but that's not an option on this question. So out of these options, I hate zombies. I'm already a walking zombie, okay? I have no energy. The only thing that I don't have that a zombie has is rotten flesh and a will to eat other people. So I don't want to be a werewolf because that just looks painful to transition. And yeah, so vampire is just my option because I just always wanted to be a vampire. And I was obsessed with Vampire Diaries when that was out, and it was just, I love the Vampire Diaries and the originals. And I've watched many of vampire things, and I would definitely like to be a vampire. 13. Would you participate in a zombie run, which is a city event that is like a haunted fun run? If so, would you be a zombie or runner? So I would probably not participate in that because, one, I don't like running. If I could be the zombie, if I had to, I would be the zombie. But I would just like casually walk. I would be like a starving zombie because I probably won't catch anyone because I can't run anyway. I would probably not do that. But me mum, that would be something me mum's interested in. But me mum can't run either, so we're both out. 14. Do you prefer gory, creepy or cute and spooky? So like horror films, I prefer them to be like more creepy and gory. But like I like to colour like cute and creepy. I mean cute and spooky. Like in a colouring book. Like the Alan Roberts like Beauty of Horrors. Them are not like kind of books for me because I don't want to like colour in like guts and stuff like that. I like to just be a bit more like cutesy. I haven't even coloured much of this, to be honest, but that's okay. I'm finding it hard to like answer the questions and colour at the same time. I do prefer cute and I do prefer cute and spooky when it comes to colouring, but like the actual horror films and stuff that I watch to be a little bit more scary. 15. What scares you the most about being home alone? I don't mind being home alone during the day. Like it doesn't really bother us, but if the darkness sets in and I'm home alone, oh my god, my anxiety hits the roof. hits the roof, and I'm just like, when is everybody coming home? Are you coming home yet? Are you coming home yet? Because one, I think that if somebody's going to break in, I feel like they're going to be able to unlock that door with me mind, even though I've locked the door and I've locked all the windows and I've locked everything, and I feel like there's still something inside my house, and then I feel like my house is haunted. But there's just like, I believe in ghosts, but then I picture everything, like everything that I've seen in every single horror movie, and I'm thinking that all after us, and then the logic side of my brain is like, Chelsea, they don't even know you. They're not even real. Like, they don't exist. But then the irrational part of my brain is just like, oh my God, don't go in there. There's something scary in there. There's something bad in there. There's something bad in here. And I'm just like, yeah, don't turn. Like, I get scared of everything. It's really annoying. The darkness is the most scary part. Like, any time it gets dark, like, it doesn't make sense, because I like the nighttime because it's quieter, but I hate the dark. So yeah, I will not leave the house in the darkness by myself. I have to be with somebody else, or like, I just won't do it. I don't even leave the house in the daytime, never mind the dark. Yeah, I don't like staying home alone in the dark. And the things that scare us as well about being home alone is like, if somebody knocks on the door, or if I hear a strange noise. My house is like over 100 years old, the one that I live in, so it makes noises, but like, you know the noises of your own house, and you know which noises it makes and which noises it doesn't. And we've lived here for like 20 years, so I'm pretty sure, like, I'm pretty used to the noises that my house makes. But if you hear like a noise that is out of the ordinary, that would really scare us. 16. Would you rather walk through a cornfield or a forest in the dark? Number 16. Would you rather walk through a cornfield or a forest in the dark? So first of all, I don't think I'd be in any of those positions because I don't leave the house, and there's not a cornfield or a forest near us. But answering the question, I feel like a cornfield, like, I know things come in the cornfield, but I feel like you'd be more open in the forest, because there'll be other things in the forest as well. I feel like people are more able to see you, like, in the forest. But if you were in the cornfield, you could kind of hide yourself. But at the same time, I'm too like, I couldn't see over the corn to see like which corn was moving, to see where they were. So they could be right beside us, and I wouldn't know. So both of them are equally as bad. But I think that I think I would pick cornfield, because I could like try and stay low. Where in a forest, it's more open, so you're more able to see everything. This video is not a colouring video. I'm just like answering the questions while holding the pen, because I'm just thinking about my answers. 17. If you could make a magic potion, what would it do, and what ingredients would it take to make it? I would make a happiness potion, where I could just be happy all the time, and I wouldn't have to be anxious or depressed, or I could just be like happy and free of all my anxieties, and just also like not be scared of everything. So basically just be happy and not scared. And obviously chocolate would have to be in there for the happiness element. What could we throw in there for the not being scared? I don't know ingredients, you know. Maybe we could throw some diazepam in there, I don't know. So I'd want to be happy, so chocolate would definitely be in there. Or like, I'd make a hot chocolate. I think it would look like a hot chocolate, but like a purple hot chocolate. If that could, like, so maybe we'd add some like lavender in there, or some like, yeah, some lavender, because that's supposed to chill you out, isn't it? If we could harness some sunshine, because that's supposed to like make you happy. But don't drink it if you're a vampire. That's the only thing. I don't even know. We could have actual tea in there as well, because cup of teas are good. And we definitely want something purple in there, because that's my favourite colour. So that would make us happy. What would you put in a happiness potion? So 18. What was your favourite Halloween costume of all time? Literally, I don't even do anything for Halloween, to be honest. I'm getting into it more that I'm doing the colouring, and I like horror films and stuff, but not just on Halloween. Hello again, everybody. I got rudely disturbed by my mum, because nobody contacts us until I'm doing something, and then somebody always seems to need us, so it's annoying. I have no idea where I was up to. I think we're up to 18. What was your favourite Halloween costume of all time? So I don't do anything for Halloween, really, because I never, like, as a kid, I very rarely went out and trick-or-treat. As a kid, I very rarely went out and trick-or-treated. And if we did, like, British kids just had, like, when I was little anyway, if you didn't have much money for, like, a good costume, or in my case, didn't have the sizes for a good costume, I had, like, you just had a bin bag, cut a head hole out in like 2 armholes, tie that on, get a witch's hat, a broom, and a witch's nose, and you're good to go. So that was the only thing that I ever dressed up as. So I don't really do anything specifically for Halloween. I just usually sit at home and like scare myself by watching Michael Myers. 19. Who would you rather have as a friend? Michael Myers, Pennywise, Alien, Predator, Freddy Krueger. Who would you rather have as a friend? Michael Myers, Pennywise, Alien, Predator, or Freddy Krueger, and why? Well, Freddy Krueger doesn't scare us in the slightest. Like, I have insomnia, so when I do go to sleep, if he disturbed me in my sleep, I would be paid off, and he would be scared of me, never mind me being scared of him. Tell you that much. If I don't get a lot of sleep, I get very moody. So Freddy couldn't watch out. I'm the villain in that scenario. Predator, I've basically seen one Predator film, and I don't know. I don't really know much about him. Alien, definitely not. I know that's slimy. I'm not a fan of aliens. Pennywise doesn't scare us. I'm not really scared of clowns. Yay, we found one thing I'm not scared of. It would have to be like Michael Myers, because like it's like that thing of befriend the enemy, because he scares us a lot, and I feel like if he was my friend, then he wouldn't hurt us. So, and I wouldn't have to be scared of him. And I feel like if he was my friend, nobody would mess with us, because if you think about it, right, people say, oh, Michael Myers, he just walks around with a mask on, and he's just got a knife. And but if you think about it, in the films, right, he says he doesn't have any super skills, but 1 minute he's like walking the slowest possible, and the victim is running as fast as they can, right, and then somehow he's right behind them or in front of them. So clearly he can teleport or has super speed, right? This is my theory. And he never dies, because how many times have they tried to kill him, and he's still like just comes back to life. He's like, it's just ridiculous. Like, there's a new one now called Halloween Kills. Like, not even fire killed him. Like, he walked into a fire, he got exploded, and he's still alive. He just had a little bit of burn mark, you know. He's immortal, that mother effer. I'm telling you now. He's never going to leave us alone. He's never going to die. And as long as he is alive in the movies, my soul is going to be tortured. Unless he's my best friend. I know, I'm very dramatic. So, my answer is Michael Myers. You did ask why though, so number 20, who are 3 people you would like to participate in the colouring scare tag? So the people that I tag is Andrea from Andrea's Attic, Glitter&color, who is also called Andrea, who was previously Andrea's Colouring Dragons. She doesn't do a lot of tags, but if you do want to do it, Andrea, then you're more than welcome to, but if you don't, again, no pressure. And then I also tag Cassy from Potato Princess. That is the 3 people that I would like to see do this tag. And that is the end, isn't it? So again, I will link down below all of the people that I tag, Emma and Kori from Colourfully Optimistic, who created the tag, and I will also link down below Rebecca from Becks and Books, and MinnieRach from, well, Rachel from MinnieRach. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed all my answers. So yeah, this was kind of triggering, because now I'm just going to think about Michael Myers all the time. But I did enjoy answering the questions and having a little freak out and like letting you into my world, and we barely coloured anything. But I like it actually. Like, it was quite mindless colouring because I was concentrating on the questions so much. So if you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you like me, subscribe and turn on the notification bell to see any future videos. I haven't actually watched Emma's or Kori's. I've just watched a few. I've watched Rebecca's and Rachel's, and I've watched like a few other ones here and there, but I do want to catch up on it because I think it's a very interesting tag. So I hope you enjoyed, and I'm just going to say bye.